it is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. Much love going out to all the beautiful empowered harmonizers, and we are zooming and focusing in on an important aspect of understanding the experience and how to recognize if you're in a relationship with someone who just ain't good for you, someone who is a covert narcissist, or perhaps even antisocial, a psychopath, a sociopath, someone who really is devoid of conscience, true emotions, true feelings, and true values, and they're really engaged in a lot of parasitic or high-risk behaviors that tend to plague the relationship, and you become very addicted to or stuck in these types of relationships because of the high propensity they have for conflict and conflict consciousness. So we're going to look in and understand and try to recognize so you can be in touch with a little bit more of your feelings. And once you do that, really the skill, objective, and goal is to become more aware of that, to really dive more into your own physiology, your own awareness, your consciousness, so you can recognize these experiences, so it'll refine your understanding and give you the wisdom and knowledge applied, what I call the AQ, the application quotient. So once you understand your feelings, you can then move forward in a better manner and with a better self-awareness and really in touch with and living in your higher self, the quantum field. And before we get started, I just want to give a huge shout out to those of you who have recently donated to the channel. Netherlands, so amazing to have you in the house. It's an honor and a privilege and so cool to have a reach all the way out to that fabulous land and to be able to provide content and tools and resources for you there. So thank you so much for your recent donations. It is so appreciated and thank you for helping to keep me inspired and the channel alive. So we're zooming in and focusing in a little bit more in depth in terms of understanding and how to recognize, because I think this is really where the community is at. They're always, wondering, am I in a relationship with a narcissist? Is this what happened? Can you help me to become clear on this? Can you help me get through the fog? The fog, the lack of awareness can be a very comfortable place for a lot of people. But eventually you feel a need to be driven, that you want to go through the fog. There's something more that you're being called forth for. You can't really articulate it or name it. And really how to recognize is to feel that this individual never really acknowledges or validates you and just tends to feel like they put up with you and they can never really celebrate you. In other words, that you have a feeling that you're just being put up with. And they might even say that, we're putting up with this, we're putting up with that. In other words, they're just tolerating you. You're never celebrated, you're only tolerated. And so this feeling that they can't celebrate you and they can't validate you, so there's a lack of connection there. This is a good way, this is a good red flag or a good awareness for you to become aware of, that if you are just being tolerated, they're not really happy for your successes. They're not really listening to you, they're not tuned into you. And when we talk about being tuned in, it's your energetic body, your etheric field, that which includes your intuition, your higher consciousness. So it is your life purpose, your life mission, your truth self, your higher self, your connection to source, the Jesus within you, the Buddha within you, the higher consciousness, the infinite intelligence, so the quantum field. When that flows through you, your life moves along with purpose and with ease and with value. You're getting what you need. Life is exciting. You're living the good life. Things are where it's at for you. You're having the experience of being pulled forward and things are coming to you rather than you having to seek all the time. In other words, you feel found. You feel got. You feel like you're at home. And if you don't feel at home with this person because there's some trepidation, there's jealousy, it always has to be about them. They're trying to, kick you off stage, kick you out of the house, kick you off your rocker. They can't listen to you. They can't validate you or mirror you back. It has to be all about them. And there's a plaguing of feeling of lack they have a lack consciousness. In other words, there's an all-consuming fire of support needed by them. In other words, these people are the takers of the world. They need for you to always be attending and listening to them. And you will see in the course of an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, generally, things are always going to be about them. It's going to be listening to them. They're going to, maybe they'll make harsh comments to you when you try to bring up your experience, your thoughts. You feel that your legs are shaky, your voice is shaky, that you are trying to explain and justify yourself. You're trying to you're trying to defend yourself from something, and so you feel a sense of always impending doom or attack from this person. They're just trying to get you. They're trying to get your goat. They have a conflict consciousness, and things aren't free, moving forward and fluid. They are trying to stump you. They're trying to speed bump you. They're trying to get you to self-doubt yourself. It's the gaslighting and the brainwashing to excuse me, to get you into self-doubt. So it's just like they're putting up with you. So, you're feeling tolerated, not celebrated. I think that's a good way to, kind of put this in a nutshell, in that you feel that, things are always in limbo or mediocre or not good. Your life is too short. There's too many opportunities, especially now in today's day and age, the information age. There's so many resources that you can connect to that can really take your life to the next level, whether you want to improve your skills, improve where you live, improve yourself, improve your health. There's so many opportunities and platforms in today's day and age for you to take of positively than to be into always these valley moments and feel that you're just being kind of put up with. You're being ignored. There's a lot of what I call angry tension in the room. Slamming of doors, sneer looks, or just ignoring. It can be a very cold or callous environment, or you feel like paranoid. That, this, especially in the psychopathic, in the stages of the relationship, where you're wondering, things just aren't grooving. You have this strange irking feeling in that you have to then work harder to get their attention. So you're working, and eventually you will fatigue out. You will burn out. That is a stage of, you are being taken advantage of, and you're not in a relationship that is positive or healing. You're in a relationship that is negative or damaging. And oftentimes it's very difficult to assign this descriptor to this relationship, especially when you've held it so dear, so coveted. You could have invested a lot of time with this person, a lot of dreams. You might have given them the ring, the house, the sofa, the dinners, whatever it is. You might feel this, obligation to stay there, when in essence it's best for you to let it go. And a lot of times in life, you have to let go of some things that you have worked hard for. You have to move houses. You have to move continents. You have to move jobs. You have to move professions. Life is, there's a constant change element. And sometimes it is letting go of this. And then you realize it's something that you never really owned. You don't want to own being put up with. You don't want to own the negativity of being tolerated with. You don't want to own that you're being upside down or in your head emotionally with someone who you're not comfortable with, and you can't, have a balanced relationship, functional relationship. So if you've had these feelings, then these are good indicators that you're in a relationship with someone that is narcissistic. It's all about them. It's like M. Scott Peck, his road less traveled. It's like, if you're in a relationship with someone who always has a toothache, all they're going to, talk about and complain about is their toothache. So I kind of think of narcissism or psychopathy like that. It's like this individual has a dysfunction or a disorder that causes them to always be into themselves and their pain, and they just need others to always take care of their pain and be supportive of supply, try to heal their pain, give them what they need, get them out of pain so that they can be in a healthy relationship with you. It's like they have a constant toothache. You can try to assist them and be, the positive and be the love that they need, but they're never ever going to recognize you for what you're giving. In fact, oftentimes they tend to resent what it is you're trying to give because they are always trying to take, and they don't like to be tied down to others. If they don't have the empathy and the compassion, then they're not going to be able to give you the love that they need in the relationship. Do you see? And that it doesn't have anything to do with you. It has to do with, a wire gone wrong in this person's psychological makeup. So, I think that this will be an important distinction for you to see if these people are constantly hiding their positive emotions about you to you, then you're not getting the positivity. They're not able to validate you. You look gorgeous today. You look handsome today. You look happy today. What is it about you? You seem like, you're doing what you want. Your things are going great. I'm so happy to hear that. They're not able to validate. The narcissistic aren't able to mirror that in you. They're holding and hiding back their emotions. And so that you're in a relationship with them for some period of time, and then all of a sudden you find out they feel this way, they feel that way. They're doing this with this other person. And then you're seeing the truth. And then the truth will set you free, even if it means letting go of a lot of expectations or disappointments. Sometimes you need to let go of both, so you can be like, I am free, I am enough, that is okay. This is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, with you here today, and I hope that these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.